video. So here it goes. I just finished doing a really powerful reading for you guys. After the video, guys, I will link it in the description box. I'll link it on the screen. It will be linked somewhere for y'all to watch, okay? Long story short, y'all, so I'm basically parked for a little bit to talk to y'all. So here's the bottom line, right? I think there's a lot of people right now in the collective that are going through a lot of changes, and the message that I'm hearing for a lot of people is just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It may be time to, start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? The last reading, if you haven't seen my last reading, definitely check it out if you're in a season of transition or you have a lot of positive things going on. Definitely check out that video, because that video is for people who are on the up and up and have a lot of positive things coming their way. Let me just move this real quick because my car thinks I'm actually driving. No, I'm actually parked. So what I would tell you guys is a lot of people are in a season where they just need to have an overhaul. You see what I'm saying? They need to really, declutter their environment, start from scratch. The message I feel in my heart for the collective is a lot of people out here just need to let go of things that are not working. And that includes people. A lot of that does include like people and things from the past that people have been trying to hold on to and, revive and rejuvenate. And I think that with Saturn and the current transits and the current energy we have for 2024, I think what a lot of people are going to realize, and hopefully not too late, hopefully not by December, but those who are really, keying in on the energy and are paying attention to what's going on in the world and what's also going on in their personal lives, what they're going to find out is that it's time to cut the cord, so to speak. It's time to drop the hot potato, right? It's time to walk away from things that are not making any sense. I think that, and I think maybe from the pandemic or whatever, but I think what's happened for a lot of people is they are trying to hold on to, still relationships, old limiting beliefs, different things, trying to remix it and make it work. And I think that what I'm feeling for the collective is that people just have to come to the realization that some things are just not going to work, or some things just don't work. And there's power. There's a lot more power in walking away from something that is dead, versus hanging on to something or people's opinions or whatever that is really not going to bring any fruit or any life to your life, and that's what I'm feeling, especially people, of course, people romantically, if that message applies romantically, that's a no-brainer. But I'm feeling a shift in the air where people just need to it feels like the collective needs a wake-up call with something. I don't know if it's to do with family or work or love, or it just feels it could be like a kind of concoction, a plethora of things. But we are near the halfway mark. We are near the halfway mark of 2024. And a lot of you guys, I feel with this energy, need to choose yourself. Maybe you've always been that person, available for everybody else and everything else out here in the world, social media, whatever the case may be, but it's time for you to really take your feelings into account. It's time to take, your financial goals into account. It's time for you to take your own dreams, your own destiny into account. What are the blockages? What are the people? What are the things, people, places, and things that are stopping you, that are hindering you from going where you need to go? And for a lot of people, it's people. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people, it's other people. It's things that happened in the past they can't get over. It's negative Nancy. It's a hater. A lot of times it's from the outside being, projected in. And what we have to understand is that, we don't need to look for validation, right? We don't need to look for validation from anything or anybody on the outside, right? The 3D, um, this, you know, this environment, this 3D reality that's always changing, is not stable, okay? And it does not have all the answers. You know where you have all the answers? In your heart, in your head, in your inner knower. That's where the divine guidance is going to come from. So when we're trying to, look for the green light out here and from this person, and to try to, backpedal in time and fix this over here and fix that over there, by the time you blink, I'm saying, years could go by. And I think that a lot of people, just what I'm feeling with the collective, a lot of energy just feels like, it's a wake-up call. It's a call to action. It's a time to really ask yourself, okay, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, next year, by December, right? What do you really want? What do you really want to go after? What is going to make you happy, opposed to putting yourself last? Because so-called empaths and stuff like that, they put themselves last, and they expect people to have a heart of gold like they do, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't have that, they're not always people other people are not always going to have that heart of gold that you think they should have. So you have to put yourself first. It's not selfish, it's self-full. And if something is not working for you, or something is annoying you, or a person is bothering you, whatever the case may be, simply move away. What I'm saying, move away, disconnect. What's that phrase I was looking for? Like when people wash their nets in the ocean, they wash their baskets in the ocean, and the fish slip out sometimes, and go in different directions or whatever. So I'm just feeling a shift for the collective where, a lot of people are going to realize that they have been they have been participating in things, or accepting things that are actually blockages and hindrances in their own lives. And the only person who can make that change is you. No matter how much advice, no matter how many things we hear on the internet, no matter what, is going on out here, at the end of the day, we are the ones that have to make that call. Once you finish watching a video, or you finish listening to something, at the end of the day, it's you that has to, make that call, make the decision, take that action. It comes down to us. And so when you realize that, you're not gonna expend a lot of energy in directions and into things that you don't think in the end are gonna be with you, or are gonna really enhance your life. So it's about a process of elimination. Right now, for the collective, I feel it's a process of elimination. It's a process of trying to make your life better, trying to make yourself better, opposed to trying to see, what's going on with this person, what's going on with that person, and maybe taking in too much gossip or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But now is really the time, guys, to put yourself first. We're halfway through the year, and this year I don't think has really been as good as last year. I think last year was way more happier and just better vibes overall. But it doesn't mean, right? Just because last year was better doesn't mean that this year cannot have some good surprises, or it doesn't mean that this year can't be positive in some ways. We still have a lot of months left to see, miracles, to experience miracles, to have positive momentum. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like somebody out here needs to hear, it's time to let it go. And I think for a lot of people, it's going to mean different things, but you know what it means for you. But I just feel like a lot of you out here just need to hear someone say to you, like, it's time to let it go. You know what I'm saying? That false promise, that illusion, that fantasy, that front, that clown, that liar, the negative people, the negative talk, the negative beliefs, whatever has been, stopping you or slowing you down, um, it's time to get serious. We're halfway into the year, and it's not to create anxiety with me or create anxiety with you. It's just a wake up call. Like, you know what? we have the opportunity to go for what we really want. We have the opportunity to strive, and the reality is, it may not all happen overnight. It may not happen by December. You know what I'm saying? There could be some big goals you all have, and you're wanting it to happen overnight. And not all the time is it going to happen overnight. It might, we hope it will happen overnight. We hope it will happen as quick as possible, but sometimes it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could take weeks, could take months, could take, hopefully not a year, but sometimes, the bigger the mission, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the longer or shorter it could take. So the message is, if you start today, if you've already begun, let's put it this way, if you've already begun, to make some tough decisions from now, and to, declutter your mind, declutter your environment, get a routine going, getting your mind renewed and fresh, then you're already ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, all you do is your best. So as long as you're taking into account what you can change and what's best for you, then by the end of the year, you should not feel bad. You should not feel stressed out. You know why? Because you've done everything you possibly can. If every single day you do everything you're supposed to do to the best of your ability, to the best of your ability, then you've had a good year. You know what I'm saying? The only time we have bad years is, or a bad time, is if we look at somebody else's tragedy and put it onto ourselves, or if every day is just negative. But we have the power to stop that. We have the power to change that, okay? Just because somebody or something else out here is negative does not mean that we have to adopt onto that, latch onto that, and take it as our own. We can observe, but we're not, but we're not taking it in. We can acknowledge it, but we're not going to now make it our reality. So, what you have to let go. You know what you have to move away from. You see what I'm saying? You know what you have to to some degree. A lot of you guys out here know what needs to change. Going into the second half of the year very soon, a lot of you out here, including myself, what's going to make your days better. What's going to make you feel more positive. You see what I'm saying? And just go about doing those things every single day until you see the desired, shift in your reality. So until you see that desire manifest. You see what I'm saying? But not doing anything about it is what makes you feel like it's gonna hurt you. But as long as you're doing something, then you're on the right track. So whatever that is, guys, whatever is in your heart, your head, what I'm saying, your environment, whatever is bothering you, what I'm saying, I challenge all of us today to just let it go. All that negativity, all these negative words spoken to you, if someone's, bothering you, whatever's going on in your life, just let it go. Just forgive and let it go, because then you have complete power, because you're no longer affected by what someone is saying or what someone is doing to you. The only thing you can control is yourself, guys. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you can have full control over is yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only person you can directly help, quicker than anybody else, is yourself. So as long as you're pouring into yourself and you're doing your best, that's all you can ask for, okay? So that's the message. I will link the other video, and I hope you guys have a great